Hey, what is up everybody? This is Tattoobart and welcome to the channel. In today's episode, we are going to talk about the Easy P3 Pro Touch, which is a stroke adjustable tattoo machine and has a wireless battery which has a touchscreen. So not a lot of buttons just to turn it on and off, which is pretty cool. Of course, we are going to test it, have a look at it and all that good stuff. So let's just dive down and have a look at what's inside this box. We have this beautiful box right here, and when we open it up you can see that we have the machine, and usually you will have a spare battery right here, which we unfortunately don't have. Let's have a look at the machine. We also have a charging cable, and if we compare it to the other P3 Pro, the previous version, we can see that the Touch is a tiny bit bigger. It's also a bit heavier, and the cool thing is that these batteries are interchangeable with each other. The Touch version is a 2000 mAh battery, and the original P3 Pro was only 1600 mAh. So you have a longer lasting battery, which can be charged with a Type-C charger. When you long press the only button that's on this display, it will turn on. We can see the voltage and everything, and when you slide up and down, you can change the voltage. Now, if you swipe from left to right, you can also enter a dot mode. And when you are in this mode, you can actually enter 10 different type of hertz modes while the machine is running by sliding up and down. Now, when you pause the machine and you slide up and down, you can change the voltage. Now, of course, you can adjust the grip by twisting it, and it is a stroke adjustable system from 4.2 all the way to 2.0, which is pretty cool. Also, Easy was so nice to send me their V-Select cartridges, which I have used before. I think they are also on the channel, but it's going to be really helpful to use these during the testing of the machine. Easy hooked me up with their 5-round liner, 9-round liner, and some 11 curved magnums, which are absolutely amazing. Now let's quickly get some practice skin ready so we can actually start tattooing with this beast of a machine. We are going to start with the 5-round liner, set my voltage to about 8 volts, and this is how far my needle sticks out. For the rest I'm going to keep quiet so you can hear the machine running. You can see our results right here, and now we're gonna do the same thing with the 9-round liner that came in the package. Since a lot of you are wondering how machines do with bolt lining, we're also going to use this 11-round shader just to show that this machine can actually line. Now let's go to our 11 curve magnum. We're gonna stick to the 4.2 millimeter stroke. We're just gonna go to the 6.1 volts. And once again, I'm gonna keep quiet so you can hear the machine do its work. I'm pretty satisfied with the result. Now let's do a little bit of packing. It looks black as night, and it was actually really easy to get that right in there. Now, since we have a stroke adjustable machine, I also want to use a shorter stroke and kind of do that speed, very soft shading. So we're going to increase the voltage just a little bit and put our stroke on 3.3 millimeter stroke. I really love the look of that. This was just a quick, just to try out how it actually works, but it's pretty cool. Now we're gonna use our dot mode and see how that actually works. So we're gonna increase our voltage a bit, put it on dot mode, and yeah, let's see how that actually does on some practice skin. Let's increase our voltage just a little bit, see if that makes any difference right here. So that was the review of the EasyP3 Pro Touch. Now, of course, I already reviewed the original P3 Pro, which I absolutely loved. I would actually also really love to do the P3 Pro Turbo, or not the Pro, but the Turbo, but I heard that it has been discontinued or something like that. It's basically the direct drive version of this. Well, they're not making it anymore. I asked for it a couple of times, but I really love this machine. The only thing that I wish I had is that I had one more extra battery in my box, because this is a machine that I would actually love to use in the shop. Because of the stroke adjustments, it is very versatile. I think I showed that pretty well. Now, the Hertz mode on this is also a very fun feature. It's not something that I would use personally, because I rather play with the voltage and with the stroke. That has already been enough for me. But I know maybe people that do micropigmentation or things like that, they might like to use this style of Hertz mode, or dot mode actually. I always like to do that with my voltage. I don't really play with the dot modes to dot out all the patterns that I need in a dot work piece. I rather just either stick them by hand or just pepper shade it in straight away. But that's all personal preference. If you like that, yeah, you would definitely love this on this machine. Another cool feature that I didn't really get to show, because I kind of figured it out as we go, because my sorry ass never really reads manuals, as you may know. But if you are changing the voltage and you're swiping down and you hold down on it, you swipe down and hold it down, it keeps on going down. And the same thing, if you are going up and you hold it, it will keep going up until your desired voltage. Now, it is a little bit tricky to fool around with it. I also hope that when the machine is wrapped that it will still be nice, but even though when I had my gloves on, it was still good to maneuver around on the display, so not a very big problem. But I also really like on this machine is it is pretty tight, so if you change your grip, it doesn't really change the stroke length on you, so you don't have to worry about changing that too much by accident when you are adjusting the grip. So that is also a very cool feature. I do have to say, in comparison to the other one, because this has a bigger battery and a bigger display, it is a lot heavier. It's bigger and it's heavier than the original P3 Pro, but you know, you get a lot larger battery with a bigger display on top. So it's not the worst thing. It is heavy. Maybe if you are whip shading or shading for a very long session, it might get a little bit tiring. It's not the biggest deal. It is just a bit heavier. It's also very steady. It is very nice and stable whenever you're pulling lines. So that's something that I really like. And to be honest, I don't have a whole lot more to complain about this machine, except for the fact that I really wish that Easy actually sent me an extra battery with this kit, so it is a lot more convenient for me to use it in the shop, because if one battery runs out, I need to charge it. But sometimes during a session, it is, you know, not ideal to charge your battery in between a break or something like that. I always like to have a spare one that's fully charged, so you can just swap them out, put the other one on charge, and just continue tattooing like, you know, like nothing really happened. So yeah, really wish I had that second battery. Other than that, I cannot really complain about a freebie. Now, if you like this machine as much as I do, make sure to check the link in the description down below, because I will have a link to this product and a discount code so you can save yourself a little bit extra when you are buying this machine. Other than that, I don't have a whole lot more to say other than I wish you all a wonderful day, and I will hopefully see you in the next video.